Good evening and welcome to the Empire of Outremer, where things are not going very well. I don't usually end up saving in the middle of quite this many battles, but at least none of them actually involve my troops. Yes, kind of hooray. In that my troops are up here defending my actual kingdom, and the Empire's troops are down here getting slaughtered by the Crusaders. I mean, not all of them are getting slaughtered by the Crusaders, to be fair. That lot are probably going to win that battle. And there's 30,000 Imperial troops there going in completely the wrong direction. What's going on here? Okay, no, that's us occupying a random barony controlled by the kingdom of Carthaginensis in Samara. Okay, that's fine. So yes, the situation is that there is a crusade on, which is the Pope versus the Bad Shah of Outremer, who is like the most senior Fraticelli in the world. And who in particular controls my kingdom, the kingdom of Al Jazeera, which owns Rome and Köln and Jerusalem and Santiago and Canterbury, i.e. all the holy places of Catholicism. So I think this is kind of notionally a crusade targeting Rome, because that's in the king. Oh no, I don't control Jerusalem, actually. Jerusalem is controlled directly by my liege.
Yeah, so if this lot are after Rome, they're kind of lost.
Yeah, but I own Rome, so if they get the entire kingdom off me, they'll get Rome with it. And to be fair, they haven't actually occupied Rome yet. They should occupy Rome. That would be quite good for their war score, and it would be a bit difficult to push them out of it. But I don't think that actually matters, because what really counts for them is getting at the de jure kingdom of Al Jazeera. And they do not currently control any of the de jure kingdom, and we are thus getting 6.25% war score, and increasing, for the fact that we still control Al Jazeera. We can still control the de jure kingdom of Al Jazeera. If we could get back some of our other territories, that would be nice as well. But, like, defending Al Jazeera itself is the highest priority. And, I mean, the thing is, like, the Emperor's got a pretty decent quantity of troops here. He's got 36,000 troops here, going the wrong way. He's got, well, someone else, okay, not actually him, but another part of the alliance has 34,000 troops there. The Crusaders have 10, 26, 27, 28, have only about 32,000 troops in total out here. So we really should, and I've got 24,000, so we really should be able to do a pretty good job of flattening them if we put some effort in. So probably I do actually have to start doing that, don't I? Because then we might be able to think about getting some of our territory back. So which way should we go? We should try to intercept this lot. If those two join up, they're going to be quite hard for me to kill without picking someone else up on the way. But on the other hand, that army should be available by then. So let's head down there. Right, they're reinforcing that. I wonder where that lot's fleeing to. And what are so our supply limits are a bit tight for an army 24,000 strong. So we do want to keep them somewhat apart. Actually, slightly worried that that lot are going to reinforce that. Those lot are going to Bostra, so that battle is pretty solidly ours. But those 26,000 are a problem if we can't. Right, where are they going? They're now heading. Oh dear, they're heading into Bostra as well. Right. So probably we should be thinking about reinforcing Bostra too. Right, we have cheered up the current Grand Mayor of Axum. He actually has a decent opinion of us at the moment, which is nice for making sure we get adequate taxes from him, and indeed adequate troops, but mostly taxes. Let's have a look and see what our vassals being pissed off with us situation is. So we have quite a high crown authority now, don't we? We don't know, because we'd have to find out. How do we do that? We go medium crown authority. I'm kind of thinking about, actually I can check, can't I? If I go here, does it explains, yes, like since his opinion of me is only 43%, we get 40% automatically. So anyone who's that low, it's not worth cheering up, whereas someone at that level is more worth cheering up. So we mostly actually want to push up those people with actually the Grand Mayor of Axum. Well, we don't get that many troops from him anyway, though. Actually, we should go for cheering up the Emir of Baghdad, because he seems to have really quite a lot of troops available. Kind of going to assume that his capital's Baghdad. Right, anyway, back to the war. Those guys are heading for Al Mafraq. There's 2,000 enemy troops there. I mean, I don't want to turn this into an enormous battle if I can leave it being a tiny battle that we lose. Or a small battle that we lose anyway. Like, if we can win it, that would be even better. But another Catholic Bible, well, I'll read it. Okay, so they're coming in to intercept me anyway, I think. No, who are they intercepting, I wonder? I can't get there yet. Right, so now what's going on? That lot are all heading for Assas. All right, yes, the 22,000 enemy troops have now turned up in Bostra. They're surely not going to take so long to kill everyone that I can get there and save them with both of my armies. I think we have to take that as a lot, as a...
First I'll kill them, then I'll save them.
Yes. I think if we try to rescue those 2,000, we're just going to lose more. So instead, let's divert that lot to there, I think. Can we divert them to there and they will get there fast enough? Yes. Let's make sure we have some good commanders in here. Feodor's there as an organiser. If we put in someone who's not an organiser, then we don't get there in time. Right, we need the organiser. Let's put the organiser in the stronger flank to balance things a bit. Stick Mitrofan there. That will then grab them before things merge, and we basically accept that that's a lost cause. And if anyone's going to deal with them, it'll be that lot. Reaffirm my faith in Fraticelliism. Yes, right, I couldn't manage to get there in time. Good. Now, conveniently, they're leaving 7,000 troops in there and sending some number of thousand out. That means... And that lot are now heading into Bostra. Right, okay, let's allow this lot to carry on to Bostra, just in case they're needed. And let's make sure they have Did I not? No, I think I didn't stick Elec in there because Elec, I decided I needed the organiser. There's only 2,000 troops in Palmyra, so they're not going to. We're not going to lose there. We'll win quite quickly. Meanwhile, there we've got now 31,000 in Bostra, and we're about to join them. Right, so we've won the Battle of Alcázar, which was apparently worth no war score, probably because it was so tiny.
Just got up to 4%, plus 4% for something.
Yes. I don't know. Well, our occupation score is becoming positive now. I think the person who's out there in Finland occupying papal land is winning this war for us. And like, there's certainly a thought that if we get a reasonably positive war score, I should just send a few thousand troops out there to help. Anyway, meanwhile, we've captured a duke.
Best trading the Pope worked last time. I mean, why not?
Okay, apparently Duke Ralph doesn't have the money necessary to pay his own ransom. Well, he'll have to stay in my prison then.
Ralph the Poor.
Happily, Count Theodoric of Aljazair can pay his own ransom. Oh, right, that's the bit of... What? He's a count. He wouldn't surely be there. Wait, what? Who was he? Where was he of? I'm confused. Oh, Aljazair is all the way over there, right. Oh yes, of course, when I click on him, it takes me to where he is, which is in my dungeon.
It's obvious. Aljazair is over here. Aljazair is over there.
Yes, okay, I accept that is in a slightly odd way obvious. Right, now let's pile all the troops into that battle now, because now it's winnable. Then we'll have to pile them all out again, because Bostra's supply limit is 21,000, and there will be rather a lot of, rather more than 21,000 troops in there. They're not actually besieging Homs. Holding is under siege in many places just means a bunch of soldiers sat down for the night. Right, now we have an army of 50,000.
It's like that thing in StarCraft where you send out one probe or something to scout and it auto attacks a large building and basically tickles it very gently. Our forces are under attack with great panic.
My wife Constantia wishes me to consider her for the position of Grand Vizier. If I haven't got someone with more than 20 diplomacy, then I should get a new Grand Vizier. How dare you suggest something so inappropriate? Not that you're a woman, it's that your diplomacy is only 20.
There's a missing button in there for fair enough for asking, but sorry. Regrettably, there were many excellent candidates.
Yes. Right, we have won that battle. Now to Scarpa before we die of excessive... a surfeit of surfeits. No, a surfeit of shortages. Little Princess Constanza, she needs to be educated, and she may actually turn out useful eventually. So am I available to educate her? I think I'm a decent candidate. If not, I should dispose of... Yeah, there I am. So I am a brilliant strategist and have reasonably decent scores in everything. The Sultana might be better, but it's slightly helpful to have some control. Oh yes, and Clotilde also turned out to be a genius, so we get 2 opportunities to produce a useful heir. Right. Don't think I actually need that fleet there. So I suppose we should send... We really want to catch that army when it comes out of Shattered Retreat, but there's a bunch of other armies up here that could be hit as well. In particular, that lot looks like it needs reinforcement. So let's make sure this lot have my organiser. And otherwise some good commanders. Right, that lot are going to lose that battle probably before I get there. So let's make sure that we very shortly afterwards win a battle against the same army. It's only desert, it'll be fine. Okay, that would be going better if we had like more commanders. Oh, actually, no, that army has the commanders because I wasn't an idiot. Excellent. It has been quite some time since I regularly went out hunting or trained for combat. My body may no longer be what it used to, but spending more time at home with my beautiful wife gives me all the happiness I need in life. So I have the choice between keeping eating for plus 5% fertility, plus 3 general opinion. Yes. Or hard diet for more health and poorer martial diplomacy and stewardship. And like that really doesn't seem like a sensible approach.
No, just check that you've got a halfway reasonable heir, but otherwise...
I mean, my current official heir is... I mean, I think it's at least the same person in all categories. Yes, it's Vela Amalriquez, who is like a bit, but he'll do. Once the 2 genius daughters have come of age, things might get a bit better. Right, another successful thing. Right, we have cheered up the Emir of Baghdad. Good. Now has opinion 97, so if we could, no, we can't send him anywhere else yet. Oh well. There's a tiny army there. I think we want to go and visit that one, which is like only 1 county away, while we've got these 24,000 together. Actually, let's temporarily turn them into a single army. With absolutely the best commanders we have. Who? Trying to kill the commander of Galilee and the heir to the Emirate of Galilee. Okay. Well, yeah, go on. He's not got very much martial skill. So now we are going to have an enormous battle in Tel Bashir. I have 24,000. They have 10,000. They will have. They could bring in another 5,000 or so.
Apparently 50,000 Imperials over there who could like use
Some of them are. Possibly there's something interesting happening in the eastern half of the empire that I'm paying no attention to. Ah, my lover Emily Emanueles has just informed me that she's pregnant with my child. What wonderful news. I've captured one of their commanders. He's not a very good commander. Anyone want him? No. Okay. I keep capturing their terrible commanders. Well, we can get 10 gold for this one.
Isn't it better to keep commanders so they can't be useful commanders?
Maybe. I mean, Marshal 10, not very useful.
Send him back.
Actually, you release that commander in case they hire a better one.
Plus, like, these ransoms do start to add up. I mean, I'll certainly keep a commander with martial score like 20, even if I can't actually use him.
Ask him to convert.
This appears to have been quite a capturing battle here.
Oh, just go out and get captured.
Okay, I can't ransom him because I'm already ransoming someone else from the same person. Right, okay, so now we're in a place with far too little supply limit. Well, no, actually, slightly too little supply limit. So let's split that in half. Take one half, and if we go to Edessa, then that unhappiness will ensue. Let's send half of them to Hammer, which are plains, and not be the second person to arrive in Edessa. At least I assume we can't make it into Edessa before them. No. Let's wait there, because I bet they're heading for Nisibin, and I want to make sure they're moving into Nisibin before I do. They're actually doing quite well for money at the moment. So that lot look like they're now going to miss that army, infuriatingly. Let's reroute them that way then and see if they can quickly kill that army. No, I don't need you to improve his opinion of me any further. I need you to be willing to leave Baghdad and go and do something else. No, still going to insist on improving diplomatic relations. Right, so now I want to wait for that lot to become movement locked into Nisibin and then go and hit them. Oh, come on.
Sounds like Claire is watching next week's movie already.
Oh, was it entirely a fleeing army in there and I was just an idiot? What a stoat I am. Though apparently there is a battle about to happen here. Oh no, that lot are still movement locked into there. It's just such a long way to Nisibin that I've managed to arrive before them, despite not starting my move until after they were movement locked. Right. Well, let's take advantage of this. fettle my commanders a bit, and let's put my desert expert marshal in the centre, where since we're having a fight in the desert.
I thought a mathematician had sent me a relevant and terrifyingly complicated email just before I'm ready to publish my thing. But in fact, it's tangentially relevant. I don't think, in fact, it needs me to edit anything. And that means I won't read it till tomorrow. Tangentially relevant is sort of you turn your think patterns into a manifold, keeping its tangent number. Yes.
Someone has declared war for Bordeaux. Well, that's inconvenient. Well, it's my liege's job to defend me against that one. Yes, I've been imprisoning people and releasing people. Shift click to discard all messages of this type. Who are you trying to kill? Hectorios. Ah, yes, him again. He seems to be quite a popular target for assassination plots. Wow, that army's fleeing a long way. I mean, we did kill an awful lot of them. We've captured a count.
Another 0 war score.
Anything, because we're fighting against a huge number of opponents, the amount of war score is based essentially on the total military strength of everyone on the other side of the war. Is based on the ratio between the size of the enemy of the army you just defeated and the total military strength of everyone on the far side of the war. This means that when you're up against the entirety of the Catholic world, it's pretty hard to have a battle that's worth very much, because almost in any reasonable battle, you're only fighting a tiny fraction of their total nominal military strength, except that most of them don't seem to be bothering to send many troops down here. Because, of course, they've got all their internal wars still to spend their troops on.
Really important putting their feet up to do, or
Indeed, quite possibly.
not their pigeon.
Yeah, so you keep winning like 0.1% battles because notionally there are 100,000 troops scattered
Oh,
around the empire.
Duke Ralph has finally earned enough money, or rather, not earned, enough money that we can ransom him.
You mean he's hit up his peasants for enough money?
Yes. We can give the peasants back their duke.
Peasants pissed off.
He tells me that my low character is the subject of Greek plays, but pays his ransom anyway.
If you're getting into plays, at least you're famous.
Right, so this army is now feeling at a bit of a loose end. Let's have a quick look around and see if there's anything that it should obviously be doing. I mean, there aren't any big... That's the only big army we've got left. Maybe they should be going out and meeting them and hitting them again. That being the one that had 10,000 troops and was fleeing earlier. Let's head eastwards to meet them. This lot haven't quite won their battle. There we go. So I'm quite tempted to send this army, since it's next to the coast, round to Finland now, because it looks like we have this area under control. Like if my there's a 9,000, but like the Empire has armies of 15,000 troops lying around, so I think we can now find ourselves. That would be a good fleet. Actually, it won't. It's not quite big enough. Let's just merge those two. Find ourselves a decent quantity of ships. Oh, actually, of course, only some of that army's mine, isn't it? Only 11,000 of those are mine. Oh, that. Hang on. What? Yeah, that's how much. Yeah. Okay, almost all of that army is mine. That's fine then. So you guys are actually heading into Amida. So we'll meet you there, unless it's it's mountains. That's mountains too, but we do have a lot more troops than you. Why? It's really annoying that I can't, because I'm leading troops, because I'm training troops for my liege, I can't lead my own troops, even though I'm a mountain expert. Oh well, we'll just have to win by sheer numbers and having really good commanders. Excellent. Right, we've converted another county. Let's see where we can send him next then. I think we are running out. Of Outremer territory that needs converting. Like there's a few odd bits. Oh, there's a bit over there. That should be fixed then. Just check. What if I were to stick my organizer in there? That doesn't get me in fast enough. Okay, let's stick to having my holy warrior. Meanwhile, merge those, embark those to Finland. It'll be a while before they get there. Damn it, if I could stop that movement now, then I would be able to meet them in Beera instead, which would be much more sensible. Oh well, have to sleep in the mountains.
Hello, it's just my hip going click.
Yes, they have got narrow flanks, but we have lots of troops. They are pouring troops into this battle, mind. That lot are about to turn up as well. I mean, I think this is going to then be an excellent way for us to slaughter lots of the enemy troops, because they're pouring them in slightly too slowly. That middle flank looks a bit scary, mind. There it goes.
Middle flank.
Yep. Right. So that battle was a success. You lot of movement locked into Beera. You lot of movement locked into Amida. And there are more of you, so I'm going to stay in Amida and see what comes of that. Not least because, like, I get to slightly reinforce here. Adolf was captured in battle. He's a terrible commander. Managed to get a ransom for him before we even finished the battle in which we captured him. That was efficient. All these messages about then. New bishop somewhere. The County of Berg has been converted, which is probably why there's a new bishop. Somewhere is under siege, yes, whatever. Released someone and imprisoned him and been attacked. You are trying to kill Ordonio Fernandez, okay. Someone else is trying to kill Hectorios de Spoleto. Everyone wants to kill Hectorios de Spoleto. And a faction has disbanded. Where's my fleet got to? Rounding Finisterre, we're getting there. Whee! They're about to run into another battle. Well, that was a quick one.
Attacked by 12 troops.
Yes. Didn't take long for them to be killed, curiously.
Around the corner and went, oh shit.
Ghislaine Albrechtes has been born. Yes, I suppose Albrechtes is what a son of mine would be called. Yes, curiously, that battle wasn't worth very much war score. It was worth half a point of piety, though. Right, yes, I fulfilled my ambition to have a son.
Yeah, Claire had the same question.
Claire thinks asks if I can. Yes, I'm pretty sure the CK2 wiki says that your army has 3 flanks, left, middle, and right.
It's actually secretly a compiler.
Yes, it is possible it's secretly a compiler. Right, so I can legitimise him, which will cheer up Emily and annoy all of my other children. I can acknowledge him, which will only annoy my wife.
You think to have a middle name? That was my joke. Compilers. Also my positive action, but only because I got the idea from compilers.
Or denounce him, which will annoy Emily. I think I will acknowledge him because alliance fodder is always useful. So quite a big army is currently besieging there. Big enough that we can't just stomp in and take it. Unless the Empire provides some troops.
Mostly on the coast.
Yes, the Imperial troops are not helpfully positioned. Can we catch that lot before they leave? We can. That seems like a good plan then. They look like a nice size. And that's desert, which is not going to be too bad for being the second person to arrive in. So yes, 21% of our war score comes from the fact that currently they haven't managed to finish besieging Beera. So it is quite important that we stop them besieging Beera, but I don't quite have the numbers to do that. Or rather, I think it will go back to 21% as soon as we retake it, even if we lose it temporarily, I think. I'm a little worried that this lot will end up joining in that battle. Why are you lot just standing around down there? Come and help. But we know it takes a long time to slog through Edessa. I fear my daughter Constanza is too cynical for her age. So I could lose Zealous, but I think Zealous is worth keeping. So let us remove her cynicism. Oh, right. Most of those troops have actually moved out of Taron. There are 3 of them left who I actually get to fight. That's not very helpful. Well, once we've dealt with them, let's head down to Nisibin. If nothing else, to get us back on home turf, while we pay attention to what where that lot are going. We probably want to be hiding in mountains when they arrive, maybe back up in Amida. Oh, they're heading back to Aintab. Excellent. I mean, foolish, but excellent. Right, so good news. The bunch who are besieging Beera have abandoned their siege. Bad news, that's so that they can come and join in this battle here. No, she's not becoming cynical. I will not allow cynicism.
So have you got any troops left after this?
I've got 11,000 who are probably somewhere in the North Sea at the moment. Yes.
Still frantically heading towards the hood.
Yes. My hope was that this 30,000 strong army down here would do something useful.
And you can't kind of gently hint to your boss that,
Not really, no.
excuse me, have you noticed?
They've poured too many troops into this.
That's spoiled broth.
Yes. I mean, I think I now... Well, we're getting another 1,800 reinforcements, but against 12,000, that's just not going to help. There's nothing else anyone else is going to do. I'm going to withdraw into Beera, which means immediately all of my army what's left of my army goes into running away mode, which is not good for getting them slaughtered, but is probably better than keeping fighting. And means I get to have a controlled escape rather than an uncontrolled one. And then we get to hide in the mountains. Which also means that it's rather hard for anyone to take the mountains, that mountain off us. Sultan of the Najdid Sultanate has instituted high crown authority in Iraq, apparently. We have a new Sheikh of Santiago, Sheikh Sigismund, who is properly Fraticelli, good, even if he is only 8.
It's not good to of religion, although he was only 8.
Yes. Right, meanwhile, my troops have arrived here and can come ashore in the Pope's capital and
Nuisance of themselves.
yes. this lot can reinforce slowly and recharge their rather feeble morale. Hope that being in Hope that being in mountains will help them. Okay, my spy master has found us some technology, and Hema di Spoleto needs someone to teach her. She does not look like a very interesting person. I'm kind of tempted to pick one of my vassals just for the extra opinion points. I mean, I'll try to choose someone who'll be a reasonably decent teacher. Let's go for the Emir of Palmyra. Engelbert von Damascus is of legal age and is not of a lot of use, really. Some random truce has broken down. Not truce, non-aggression pact. Oh dear. Well, maybe you'll be able to win that one, actually. You're in the defending position. But I was hoping you'd come and join me in order to reinforce me against this 21,000 strong army that's coming to get me. Can I run away? Oh, I need a new commander, actually. Okay, apparently even if I set off now, I can't actually leave fast enough. Oh, combat. Oh, right. Combat will start between. Is that King Reinhold? What? Combat will start between Count Teferi of Wag. There, that's Wag. Oh, right. They're trying to come into this county, but are busy being distracted. Right. So I can get out. So I only actually have to get out before the. I'm in Beera. So 15,000 are moving into Beera and another 83. And right, how many are moving into Amida? 552. And that's it. Most of them, quite a lot are going to Sinjar, but there are enough coming to Beera to be a serious problem, aren't they? There are 15,000 coming to Beera. So I want to bail out to Amida if possible. And that should work, though those might change their mind about where they're going. Right, no, 15,000 are still going to Beera. What's going on up here? We are besieging the Pope's capital. We obviously need our siege leader, which we've got. What's going on with our supply of commanders? We are down one commander. Is there a good candidate in our court? Christopher with all of 19 marshal. We can achieve 20. Let's give Christopher the job. He's here already. Yes. We could do with a new master of the hunt. Let's throw in the Emir of Tripoli. Right. Now we can actually send Christopher out to work. Right. And taking the Pope's capital will not take long.
Turns out the Swiss Guard aren't all that.
Yeah.
That'll be it, getting with the Finnish weather.
Possibly they haven't been invented yet.
That would not help, I suppose.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Switzerland hasn't been invented yet. Right, there's a bunch of enemy troops coming to attack me. We'll see how that goes. We won that battle of Amida, but now there are 20,000 troops trying to come and join us. Can we bail fast enough to get out of here? That lot are going to be here. Major part of the army on the 28th, but they've got enough of them on the 20th. That lot arriving on the 19th. So if we run, we can only move. Oh, we can get out. I can get out on the 29th. That's not going to help very much. Or the 23rd, that's still not good enough. Right, we get to sit here in the mountains and probably get killed. Unless we, like, flee from this battle as well. Meanwhile, there are 32,000 troops sitting in Tripoli doing sod all. Like, 30,000 troops would solve my problems up here. Well, we'll just besiege the Pope and hope that helps.
I don't suppose they'd follow you if you fled towards the 30,000 troops, which might cause them to go, oh, enemies?
Might help. I mean, I suppose, what have I got to lose? Sorry, we've besieged the Pope's capital.
Besieged the letter P.
All right, there's a Holy Roman army of indeterminate size coming ashore. Oh, and 4,000 allied troops as well. Excellent. Join me, please. Let us go and besiege the Pope together. Okay, maybe don't join me. I've just seen what the supply limits are like up here.
Where is the actual Pope?
The actual Pope is... should say somewhere. That says he is actually in Suomi, even though we have occupied it. Doesn't reigning in Nantali, Suomi. So yes, even though we've occupied Nantali, he is still apparently reigning from there. I don't quite understand how that works. Since surely if we've captured the place with him in it, we have in a sense captured him. Anyway, meanwhile, how badly are things going down here? Currently, I'm not actually dying. Good. But it looks like I am going to end up in a terrifying battle. There we are. Ah, but we're only getting a little bit of them. Yes, but the rest will turn up. Even with brilliant commanders and narrow flank advantages in the mountains, we probably can't win against 20,000 troops. So given that we can't win, I think we explicitly run away and try to... the Imperial troops are finally moving. That didn't actually lose us many troops because we ran quickly. Constantia is pregnant again. Let's see what's going on in Finland. Right. Do we just start assaulting everything? Try to get our war score up quickly. Yes, I think we do. I mean, if you're going to leave a 2,000 strong army in my path between me and the 32,000 strong Imperial army, yes, I'm going to go that way. Okay. People are pillaging again. Who are you trying to kill then? Okay. Right. Assault. Yes, all of our holdings are under siege. Oh dear. Oh, right, no, the Imperial army is finally making itself useful. It's in the correct county. It's actually in a battle.
Didn't it just run away from you rather than move?
No, it moved into my county. That's why this now says 37,301.
Oh, okay. Who were the people who just went under the dialogue box on the left?
What? That's another 31,000 Allied troops. Well, believe me, that's mostly not my army. Okay, we apparently have two 30,000 strong Allied armies around here, which is certainly a nice situation to be in.
Not one of them bone idle.
There's another 13,000 up there. Well, I mean, I'm quite glad I've got a bunch of troops up in Finland doing useful stuff now. On which subject? Assault. Assault. Well, we could, like, not walk into the county that's got a bunch of enemies in it. Meanwhile, what's going on down here? 68,000 troops in one county. Yes, well, that will probably go well, I'm sure. He's got enough martial skill that I'm not ransoming him. He's got some, even though he is a bishop and thus slightly rich. Right. Let's leave this county in a direction that isn't the direction in which all of the other troops are going. They all seem to be going to Hasakar, so I'm going to tell Bashir just in order not to end up starving on the way to wherever we go next. Which is probably Nisibin. You're not all coming to Nisibin, so tell Bashir, are you? No, good. Right, meanwhile, let's take a little while to push that one over. Hold on, just a little bit longer. Didn't quite work. New Emir of Tripoli, who is 11. Oh, I can probably move my Chancellor now, can't I? Who are you trying to kill? I don't know him. So where should my Grand Vizier go next? Probably the new Emir of Tripoli. So that battle will not be a problem now. And here we still have 4 days before we can assault that.
What are those 1,700 troops over there? Are they just sort of sitting there with their feet up?
I think so, yes. Which is fine by me.
Apparently this is a thing armies do. It's just more annoying when it's 50,000 of your troops that are doing it.
Yes. It's quite a big number of defenders, but it's only 5.5 fort level, plus like we do want to take this quickly. Right, so, oops, pause. So everyone else is leaving this county. Kind of inclined to hang around. Oh, yes, just because otherwise we're going to suffer terrible attrition, plus I can get a bit of reinforcement. Can't even see my army in amongst all that rubbish. Doesn't look like there's anything big and dangerous entering this county. Oh, there might be something coming in from Mosul. Yeah, but they're not actually a problem if they're only that small. Right, meanwhile, how are we doing up here? This city has no defences. Right, well those 1,700 troops still don't seem to be being a problem. Fort level 6.5, we should avoid that if we can. 5.5, 5.5. Garrison 1085, levy 1292, 948. About the same size, about the same fort level. Which one has more other things we can besiege? They're exactly the same in other respects. So yeah, but we have to fight that lot to get there. Let's do the more obvious one in like space filling. So this army is currently doing nothing. That lot are about to lose, but I don't want to be joining them on the downhill side anyway. I don't quite know what's going on there. I think I'm going to just stand here in Nisibin for a bit, because there's nothing obvious for me to do. I suppose I could join up with one of these. Are those both going to Sinjar? Let's head for Sinjar. Or I could, no, attach yourself to a slightly bigger army, not a slightly smaller army. When are you going to arrive anyway? 4th of October. No, not 4th of October, 14th of October. I just spent all this effort ingratiating myself with your predecessor. Well, I'm dealing with someone else now. Court chaplain of Negev seeks to see his wife dead. Okay.
Who is, as the epithet, the unfaithful, so
Yes.
there might be motive.
So I could just now start following that Imperial army around and make it the Emperor's job to sort me out. Or possibly I can't. Well, where are they going anyway? Let's join them anyway, because my 4,000 troops aren't really enough on their own to do a lot of good. Right. Yes, let's go back up here. Lots have arrived and are setting up their siege equipment. It's going to take 65 days for them to be in a position to assault that place, though. So my army down here is now following a larger allied army, on the assumption that they might know what they're doing, and trying to. Well, essentially my army can't do very much on its own, so it may as well. And thus, I either manually try to work out and maybe try to track and maybe influence what allied armies are doing, or I just have my army automatically follow an allied army.
I just like the idea that you use the gently approach the generalship.
Yes. Only 35% of our war score is now because of still holding the Crusade target. Quite a lot of the war score is... I think I might not assault this place. I'm getting a bit worried about my troop numbers up here. Quite a lot of our war score is from occupying things up here.
Also, people around here seem to have started to notice.
It's true. That's another reason why I don't really want to lose any more troops up here. I think it's more people who've noticed have started to be around here.
Yes.
I am slightly wondering about, oh dear, there's 7,000 troops over there. That's quite a lot. We do have 90% war score. Right, they seem to be busy faffing at the moment. No, I still don't want to kill the Emperor. He's doing a tolerable job. Let him be. I'm slightly considering actually assaulting this place, even though it will be bad for my troop numbers, simply because we need the war score, and maybe 2 more holdings will be enough. We have a new daughter called Truda. Right, that was painful, but it's taken us up to 96% war score. Continue faffing, please. In 9, 8. Oh, a new Grand Mayor, just after we cheered up the previous one.
That's probably why. You keep cheering up. We want to be grumpy.
Grand Mayor Philip II of Axum. Who are you trying to kill? No one I care about. Or just trying to fabricate a claim. Oh dear, you've troubled the peasants in Mosul while I've been trying to wring money out of them. I mean, not that I really need money. I mean, I quite like some mercenaries, but I'd quite like them here in Finland, which is not right. We have 100% war score. Please, my dear Badshah, end this war, because I can't hold out here in Finland for very long.
Oh, of course, you don't get the choice.
I don't even see... I thought I might be able to get reinforcement once I held a county if I stopped moving around, but I don't even seem to get that. I mean, that lot look like a fairly soft army. Well, so what is there further north? Let's just move ourselves out of the way, because... I mean, we could go down and hit that lot, actually. We just about got enough to defeat them, if no one else turns up. I hope the war will end before I get there, but... Yes! The Catholic Crusade for Al Jazeera has ended. Bachar Uwais of Outremer won. The crusade fails. God, it seems, does not favour the Christian faithful. Yes, he does.
The other ones.
Yes. I will point out that we are more Christian than you are. Maybe. The heretics, by which we mean the followers of the heretical Pope, falter. Uwais di Spoleto is now known as the Holy, for having successfully fended off that crusade while being in hiding throughout.
Sneaky.
Right, we've now got 2,000 troops up in Finland who have to come home.
Happily, you've still got a boat.
Yes. And an army who are apparently there, whom we can dismiss. And 50,000 crusaders across Europe are now desperately trying to get home as well.
Hot armies with their thumbs stuck out.
Yes. Oh, we've got a damned Catholic Grand Mayor of Axum again. Oi, you go and cheer up the Grand Mayor of Axum. You actually go and proselytise in Axum and try to convert the Grand Mayor. You lot get on that ship. There's not many of you left, but and head to Canterbury. That being our nearest port. Right, I've got quite a lot of money lying around. I should upgrade my capital a bit more.
How have you got lots of money? You've just been fighting an expensive war.
It wasn't actually all that expensive, and I kept ransoming people. And I do actually have quite a lot of income at the moment. And by the end, quite a lot. I mean, my total number of troops that I could have raised is 42,000. So by the end, I only had about half of the notional number of troops I could raise if I dismissed them all and re-raised them. But that's a lot of faff. So I think we should build some more stables in Mosul. And a militia training ground, because we appear to be a long way down the tech tree in Sinjar. Right, where else is my... Nisibin's also part of my domain, so let's build a militia training ground. Oh, let's upgrade the castle town in Nusaybin. Apparently I'm also Sheikh of Dax, okay. But we don't have enough tech in Dax to do anything good. And I'm apparently also Walia of Ramallah, ah yes. Where we, bizarrely, it has... Okay, yes, okay, no, we can get yet another level of castle fortifications. It already has fort level 8.5, and that gives us another 1. Okay. I mean, that will help with making it hard to besiege Jerusalem, I suppose. Right, so that's all of my domain building things. Okay, that Grand Mayor of Axum didn't last long.
What do they keep dying of? Are they being assassinated?
No, he just died a natural death at the age of 77. You tend to become Grand Mayor quite old. The new Grand Mayor is 74. Okay, we should... That's another war there. We should investigate that in a moment. So we should send our... Are we still timing out his previous proselytization? The new one, it looks like he's Fraticelli, so it's not a problem. War against the tyranny of Grand Mayor Philip II of Axum has ended inconclusively because he died and is therefore no longer tyrannical. Meanwhile, the Byzantine Empire is attacking us for Dorylion.
What happened to, was it Bordeaux?
That war is still ongoing. I'm not allowed... Oh, I could now join the Badshah on the defending side. Currently we have some war scores simply because we control Bordeaux. Might be an idea to join him on the defending side simply so that I can make sure that we hold Bordeaux.
You won't have a small remnant of troops passing by in a boat.
No, they're getting off in Kent. I mean, I could bring them down here, but currently they're planning to disembark in Kent once they get there, because we control Kent in order to have Canterbury. At least they were meant to be. Have I actually? Yes, I have set them going. Just so much stuff is happening that. Yeah, I'll join this one because he's going to be busy dealing with the. Let's not join him to try to defend Doralion, but let's join him to try to defend Bordeaux. If we can work out like who the enemy is. Because I can probably raise a reasonably decent number of troops out here. And this is a defensive war. And the enemy is the Count of Guine, who has only 2,000 troops. And is Fraticelli. Why are we... Okay, look, if you're going to turn out to have your territory be there, where my army is actually heading for on its ship, then yes, I will have them stop in the Strait of Dover and come ashore on the other side. Like, I hadn't been intending to, but... I think that lot will just about fit. Random 53-year-old subject has converted to Fraticelliism. I think he's a bit uncertain why he's proselytising in Axum now, given that there is no one important who's Fraticelli there. I mean, actually, if he could convert... Oh, have we still got a...
Was this one who had half-decent marshal you decided to...
Oh, yes. I thought he would be released at the end of the war, but apparently not. All right, now I've actually joined that war. I should see what's going on in it. But we can ransom him now, yes. Maybe it's only those who contribute to your war score who get automatically released. If we subtract 370 from that, that does then become small enough, right? Those ones cannot embark because there isn't enough space for them. Well, we'll disband them for now then. You lot join the returning troops from Finland up there. And occupy this tiny little county. Right, well, we've cheered up the new Grand Mayor of Axum, at least. Though the new Grand Mayor of Axum quite likes us anyway.
But he's like 93 years old.
75, yes. And is doing his best to make his mark before he drops dead. Okay, I can't immediately come ashore in Green because there are 2,000 peasant. There's a 2,000 strong peasant revolt there, so the 2,000 troops I brought are not going to be enough on their own. Quickly disembark in Kent and reinforce a bit while we're waiting.
Landing correctly at that.
Yes. That lot will solve the problem. Actually, we definitely don't need that fleet then. Our little Hemmer has come of age. I should really do some organising of my children into like marriages and stuff. But it is 10 to midnight, so I think actually I'm going to finish this war rather than trying to organise children because...
Oh, was that peasant revolt bunkered off?
no, I think I can't see it from Dover.
Oh, of course.
There it is.
You could stand on the top of the cliffs.
Oh, except of course this fleet that I brought here isn't actually big enough to get me across the channel. There we go. Let's raise Dover's fleet as... Oops, no. Raise Dover's fleet as well. And rather perversely, we have to set off into the Strait of Dover, and then we can disembark. And no, there's few enough of them. We're not in a hurry. Let's disembark in the next county and recharge our morale after wading ashore.
Dry your feet.
Yes.
Right, I'm going to go to bed. Good night.
Night.
Tomorrow.
That's enough recharging. Now if I can find somewhere to click on this county, we can defeat the rebels. There we go. And then settle down to besiege something with like an actual siege leader. The Basileus of the Byzantine Empire is starting to try to take some territory off Outremer. I'm not sure I care, to be honest. I don't want to lose Bordeaux, but... Oh, we've got so many technology points, we have to pick an advance in culture. Yes. And we can almost get anything in military as well. Well, I think I continue to think that noble customs is silly. Silly is a use of our tech points. Look, we no longer have enough tech points to do something in every category. In any category, to do everything in any category. Oh yes, we do, because we've got all of the economy ones, because castle infrastructure is already as high as it can go. Well, let's get ourselves another level of improved keeps then. And I'm down a commander. Now we really don't have any good local candidates. He's already Fraticelli, which is nice. His wife is Fraticelli, his daughter's Fraticelli. And now he's one of our commanders. It's basically all we control Bordeaux because, well, how was he planning to take it? Like, he hasn't got anything like enough troops, even though we were in the middle of a crusade. Right. Tum-ti-tum. Nothing interesting there. I mean, I don't even know what that war is for. I just feel that trying to actually resist the Byzantine Empire is probably unwise. And it's a de jure war, so they have some reason for it. Oh, little Clotilda needs a tutor. Am I free? No, that's the marrying button. That's not helpful. If I'm not, I should probably give up on one of my existing charges. Oh, I am good. Slightly confusing there because my daughter's called Constanza as well. I should probably just marry you to someone. No, it's probably not appropriate. We could assault that, but I don't really want to lose the troops and I'm not in a hurry. Clotilda always has her nose in scriptures. Yes, become zealous. Actually, this fleet can now come in there at least. And then we can actually unload our troops in a sensible way at the end of the war. Which will be fairly soon. There we are. Yes, be charitable. embark you lot and head back to Kent. And meanwhile, I can't offer peace because it's not my war. Well, I'm sure the bad child will get round to it. There we are. Presumably means that the bad child gets a pile of compensation for this and I don't. Right, I think I'm going to let the bad child deal with... Actually, let's see what this war is. What are we actually fighting over? Oh, right. No, let him have it. It's silly that we control that. Right, let's clear out these messages. Yeah, whatever. Improved religious customs, that's nice. Who are you trying to kill? Yeah, okay, whatever. Various holdings are under siege. Right. So, yes, the bad chart is currently in trouble because he's trying to stop the Byzantine Empire taking that, but I don't really think that's an issue. We're now at 84% moral authority for Fraticelliism, with the gap being apparently Jerusalem. Presumably because the Bishop of Jerusalem is still Catholic. Maybe we can murder him. Basically, everyone is involved in a plot, aren't they? And I could imprison any of them if I felt like it. That suggests that our succession has gone wonky again. Yes. For some reason, the 14-year-old Emir of Damascus is currently rather popular. My grandson, which is kind of annoying. Even though he's only a child, he is a particularly popular, though not actually very useful child. Whereas Vela Amalrica seems to be still pretty popular in the other two kingdoms. So we're probably going to want to work out what to do about that. Is he of my dynasty? He isn't. Yeah, we do need to work out what to do about that. Because I'll lose Al Jazeera if he wins. Oh well, that's not a problem for now. Oh, apparently I'm very faint. Sorry, mostly I'm mumbling. Right, that's all for tonight, I think. And next time we'll sort out, like, daughters and sons and heirs and such like. Till then, good night.